What did the ice cube do to the chocolate when he had the contagious virus?
What did the ice cube do to the chocolate?
When he had the contagious virus.
So I've been read today say two lele we marry as lele husband and lele wife. They don't begin to get quarrel. First of all, is it okay? I just want to ask you. I don't get opinion today. Nothing concern me. Is it okay for a woman to marry another woman? Mo, talk. Talk your mind. Before we even begin to enter this particular story, of this story of a particular interest. Is it okay for Lele to marry Lele? Let's talk. Let's be honest with each other. Because sometimes me, I know they understand things again. I mean, I me get problem. Yeah. Someone said it's very okay in the Western world. Guys, let's be honest. Probably everything in the Western world. Is it okay for a woman and a woman to marry? Is it okay? Do you see it as okay? They don't begin to restrict me for TikTok. Submit feedback. The line does not contain such content. Please. Where are all of you? When I don't like to talk. This is why I do less live. You know, normally before I'm live earlier on in the day. You understand? This is why you guys just want to sit in that comment section and play with yourselves. That's why when you come to the comment section, you come with all sorts of lubricants, and you guys just be playing anyhow with yourselves. I want you to talk. If you're not going to talk, make I off that comment section so everybody go get brain. Baby freeze. You don't have to say yes or no. Just talk. Not in the comment section. Send me request. Someone said Daddy Free is not 10 days already. Yes. Let me talk to Belinda and we'll make our announcement. Kamaruddin is allowed to talk. Nobody else is. Uriel, I saw you here a few minutes ago. How are you, gorgeous? Go ahead. What do you think? Is it okay?
Well, that issue is I don't think it's okay anyway. But I'm not judging them. But it doesn't seem okay. I don't know. It's not okay.
Why?
I'm not judging. It's not normal. It's not a normal phenomenon.
Now, why is the Western world encouraging it? If you think it's not okay, why is it something that the Western world is encouraging?
No, honestly, I can't say. I think they don't have enough problems on their hands, so I don't know.
But in Nigeria, we have plenty problems. So how come someone like Angel is indulging in this kind of philosophy?
honestly. But that is true. I think, okay, well, honestly, I don't know. Like these days, I try not to judge people's this type of things. I try not to judge. I don't know. I have a child. My first daughter is on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum. So I believe people are born a certain way. I don't know. People don't just act what they are not. So I feel somehow, because as I am, I can't just start. I can't imagine myself getting married tomorrow, because it's not just inherent in me. I wasn't born that way. So I believe some of these people that do this thing, maybe truly they were, because most of them say this is how they were born that way. And so I don't judge.
But if all of us don't judge, oh, let's not judge, who will now be there to tell the truth? Why is there a book of Judges in the Bible if we're all saying
the truth to you might not be the truth to someone else?
But there is, if God make Bolahon where they enter inside quick, how quick they take enter inside quick?
I don't know. Is that what they do? I don't think that. Maybe they do something else.
That's what they do. They'll be rubbing it together like this. I've never been there, but I've asked a few people. Come, okay, let's talk about it. Agege babes, how now they take knack? Let's discuss this. No shame today. Waiting una they do.
I'm sure they will come and answer.
Waiting una they do. Please, let's be honest.
But the one that is confusing me is the one that, when you see those kind of couples, you see one of them behaves like a man, has all the attributes of a man, and they are with that person. So why can't you be with a man?
Why are you with somebody like wants to be a man? See, all of you, because before you became born again, started following Daddy Freeze. All of them don't do something like lele, all these kind of things before. Abinobi, so make una come. Let's be honest. The problem is we don't have enough data because people don't talk.
Yeah.
Baby Freeze. Because I don't understand how I'll be with a man that dresses like a woman and pretends to be a woman, but still has a bola, huh? When I can be with a woman that is a woman, looks like a woman, talks like a woman, and is a woman. I don't understand. How are we be with a? How are we be with a? What do they call her? Trani granny. I want Irani. I don't understand why. If I want deal with man, make I deal with normal man. Which one be man will be like woman? It's like wearing fake Gucci. Abi, if you want to wear Gucci, wear Gucci. If your money not reach Gucci, go buy another thing. I don't know, Namisha, they think
It's complex. It's complex.
Let me ask the two of you before. Have you ever engaged in a same gender relationship? Even if it's a fling. Be honest.
Never.
You know me, I'm old, and in my generation, this thing not many. In my generation, not many.
Did you go to a boarding school?
No, but I went to a day school that had a boarding school. And we know they hear these things. They hear them far. Like there was one particular guy. They said that guy was gay, was my junior, but it was in another school, it was far. As in, it not be like, say, if your kids have 4 friends, out of those 4, I guarantee 1 or 2 na gay. In today's generation. Once you get daughter, she don't they lift weight too much for muscle. Just know say now she be man for the relationship where she did. Make I want all of you na way. Akpanyo count on money, una hand and una mouth, no carry your children. You see those days, eh? As in, how I want stand in front of my papa, tell her say I be a gay. I don't even feel think
But you are.
Just wake up and choose to choose to be that way. I don't think so.
How come when we're in our own generation, people were not born that way?
Then maybe they were born that, but because of
But they use brain, they reset. They use slap, take reset them to default setting.
I think
The thing that's happening these days, right? You know, it comes from. It's not happening by. It's not happening.
Amara.
By, right? There's social conditioning going on. You see it on TV.
Very good. I like that.
You see it on social media. You see it everywhere. There is an effort to normalize it, and it's not coming from below. It's coming from top down. Okay. Over here, it comes from school boards. School boards actually push these things to the school. You know, children are being told that, hey, it is cool to, you know, they call it love anyone, love everyone. You know, you don't have to stick to social norms, right? So the things that are normal these days, they are telling kids that they are a social construct, so you don't have to conform. So that's for the younger generation. But in our time, there was this thing.
How old are you, Brume?
Well, I asked you the boarding school question because.
How old were you, Brume? Tell me, how old are you?
When I finished secondary school, I was 15.
No, how old are you now?
43.
You're not far from me too much like that. Now, 7 years I take senior you, so you can speak on this from my generation,
Yeah.
self. Please, get me some
It
ice.
was there. It was there. It was there, but then that it says, how do we get information, right? You had to go to the library to read books. If something
Let me
happened
ask you a
in
question.
Abuja,
Did you know any
you
Agege
can't
couple
do it.
when you
We
were in
had no
secondary
idea.
school? Did
There
you
wasn't
know
any
any
idea.
Agege couple when you were in
Didn't see
secondary
it.
school?
What did you say, sorry?
When you were in secondary school, did you have any Agege couple that you knew?
I did not, there was no couple. It was hidden, but we knew it was happening.
How?
like because I grew up in the north in the 90s. Then I was even here. I used to hear of Dam. There's the name they called them. Was very popular then in the north in the 90s. Dam. I forgot the name they called them. Sometimes you say they cut one down something. So it was there, especially between men aspects. Was very popular then in the north to Kaduna.
Yeah. So
The first time I met somebody who was Agege,
some were caught, some were seen. But it was there.
the first time I met someone who was Agege in my life, and that one said, you not really agree saying be Agege, we just dey hear, and he be like Agege Olosho. No, so even inside that they are Agege, you get the ones where everybody they now you go they see their mannerism. Dan Daudu.
Dan Daudu, yes. At that time, at least I know on different occasions, they say they cut one Dan Daudu somewhere. They will beat them. You know, then in the north, then I didn't understand what it means, though. I know that name was very common then, Dan Daudu.
Do you speak Hausa?
Yes, I have some working, you need to, because we left Ghana 2000, yeah, 2000.
I want a woman that has been in an Agege relationship to come and tell us what they do inside this their Agege.
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, I want to know. I'm sorry, I don't know what they do.
Are you? Wait. You really don't know?
I've watched some corn. Give me
Exactly, but that's exactly what they do, Daddy Freeze. That thing that you watched, at least the one that is normal is a depiction of real life man and woman.
Okay,
Therefore,
but in Nigeria
I can
today, when they
defend
don't
that.
have all those their accessories, all those things they wear, and the ones that the ones that move very fast like this.
You say Nigerians don't have them.
Not everybody has them. Okay, inside boarding school, what did they used to do? You have two girls that are doing it, but at least you know if you carry this thing enter inside boarding school now.
Yeah, Daddy Freeze, there are alternatives now to having tools. There are, you have fingers, you have tongue, you have hand. Like, there are alternatives, Daddy Freeze, right? And there's some fruits that can also be used as well,
Because when they say woman won't marry woman,
Why are you laughing?
That bit. Stress.
There's some fruits that you can use in place of, they just don't have like the motor that vibrates fast, but you can use to mimic the motion of a natural. I have kids around. I'm trying not to say some words, right? But look, it's like they say, when the preferable is not available, the available becomes preferred, right? It's like in the case of men, they found like an alternative hole that exists naturally on the male body, and they use it, right? So the women, of course, they have their own alternatives as well, right? It's all about
I understand
substituting.
men's own. They go carry at least there's somewhere to enter, and that same whole woman to get them. But for woman, how did they take do am? Should they rub am like this, nee?
No, they have strap-ons now. So, okay, are you talking about women that don't have the equipment or those that have it?
The ones
They
that don't
have
have the equipment. What if some people don't like the equipment?
The ones that don't like the equipment. Auntie, please help us out.
Tell us, the last time you were with a lady, how did you people do it? You are muted.
That is I don't with the lady. I don't with the lady. I beg. And that's one question they don't like answering. They will not answer. They will not answer that question. They will not reply.
Okay.
Someone said they can dribble. Someone said they can dribble.
The thing is that you don't need penetration to achieve orgasm, right? That's the fundamental theory. I would say. So we don't necessarily need to have that tool, to get satisfaction. I guess that's the whole. Yeah.
Someone said dribbling and simply rubbing the pegs.
Oh my God. I didn't know this was the discussion that the phrase brought us here to come have. I'm trying to say things without saying things because I have some children hanging around.
Let's vote as scissors lacking.
Yeah. But he was asking whether we think it is right, Nowadays, nobody has the final say regarding what is right and what is wrong, You have to decide what is your own right and what is your own wrong. I know there's an objective right and an objective wrong, and I have my personal beliefs, Personally, I don't see how I would leave, the opposite sex and begin to follow, muscles like me, That's me. It doesn't make sense. For some people, especially in situations where they don't have, like in prison, for example, in boarding school, I see how the scarcity of the opposite sex can drive them to tangoing with themselves, right? But when you're free, when you're open, when everybody's out there, like I don't understand it. I really don't. Some people say it's trauma. Oh, men have done so many things to me, so basically men has come, so I'm going to go with women, right? On the male side, I don't know what excuse they have to give, But for me, I would say no.
I need somebody to come here
And
and
for
tell us.
Angel, I feel like that's just a phase or something. She's not serious. The
Let's
other
put
time
it
she
here.
was with
We'll sort it out.
what's that other guy? So she was initially she was with Cross. Then she now it's like she dated Soma for some time. Then all of a sudden she's dating a lady. I think she's just playing.
Was Angel married at any
Somebody
point
in
to
the
a
comments
guy?
said they can't be knocking without penetration. She says.
But has Angel always been married?
Penetrate themselves. Her name is Omosede Oye.
I want to ask, has Angel always been married? As in, is she not the one that was married?
No, she's not married.
I don't think she was ever married.
I think she said she's bisexual.
Don't use the word SCX. Just
okay.
And that wedding didn't take place in Nigeria. So the thing we need to understand is that over here, the way those matters are treated is very, very different, you know. And I want to bring an angle. People might not agree with me, but there is another angle here, right? So in Nigeria, it's practically a crime to be involved in that kind of relationship, right? So it's the easiest way to claim asylum abroad, to say, hey, you know, this is who I am, and my country won't accept me. Here's the proof. I'm married. Very easy. You know, so, you know, it doesn't make sense that people get married and less than a week, less than 10 days, it's already over, right? You know, so that is my angle, personally speaking, right? It's in the public, it's there for everyone to see. So if she goes and says, hey, this is not accepted in my country, I can't even go back because there's a 14-year jail term, you know, for engaging in this, then it becomes a valid reason to claim asylum. That is my own opinion. It doesn't mean that's what she did.
But that's also that's a point right there.
Yeah, it's one of the top reasons that people use to claim asylum, right? If that is your reason, you get it guaranteed, 100%.
Where is everybody? I'm going to lock this comment section.
There's even a government program for people of those that extraction, right? Coming here, they give you job, housing, benefits. If you are that, so there's incentive to to have some sort of public display showing that you are of that lifestyle down here.
Oh, more, this is scary. Where is everybody? Okay, Dajo is here coming. Let's hear this. It bothers me because, to be very, very honest, like I said, I don't really care what you do in your spare time and how you react to stuff. But you now marry. Is marriage not a bit far? Let's even imagine, okay, you want to do this. You can't marry now. I mean, I don't know. Guys, help me out. Make you help me choke mouth.
But it's common.
Do you think it is okay for them to marry? Do you think it is okay for them to marry? If you had your way, would you allow them to marry?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
That if I have my way, I will stop many things in this world. Let's just say I'm old-fashioned. I'm very old-fashioned. So if I had my way, no.
I believe that even I am older-fashioned at this point.
Yeah, I'm old-fashioned, but at the same time, like, I understand, that the world has changed. People people do a lot of things that we didn't think were right when we were growing up, right? You know, but for me, there has to be a line somewhere, right? For me, the line I draw is children, you know. Like, don't expose children to that kind of stuff until they are old enough. When I say old enough, I mean like 18, 19, 20, you know. But, you know, I prefer to keep that out of the view of children. But what's going on now is that, you know, they seem to be trying to catch them young. So it's in, you know, you watch a now you have to watch a cartoon before you let your kids watch it. You know, you have to watch movies, whether it's Disney, whether it's Universal, you have to vet it first, right? Because that's how you go to the cinema with your family and you get shocked because you don't realize that there is something in there that you realize that, you know, you didn't want them to see without you having a talk with them first, right? It's common, it's in schools, it's in books, it's all over the place, right? That's the reason why now people aren't ashamed anymore to come out and say, hey, this is who I am. Because now the world has normalized it, you know. So people who are old-fashioned seem to be like the weird generation. Now we are weird because this is normal, right? We are left behind, we are archaic, and we think in the old way. This is what the view of old-fashioned people is right now, especially in the Western world. In Nigeria and Africa, I would say things are still relatively normal. You see it on social media, you can even comment on it. Here, you know, we're very careful the way we talk about these things because it could get you in trouble, it could get you fired, it could get you cancelled, it could get you debunked. So many consequences for being against that we thought was abnormal in the past.
All right, we have somebody else that just joined us. What is your take?
If you need anybody to tell you how that, because I would like to hear to explain the process of how
How two
integration is
women,
done.
yeah, how two women mate with each other. Let me ask you a question. If both of your parents are gay, we have mommy and mommy or mommy and daddy.
Okay, so I hear kids say I have two moms. So yes, it's mommy and it's daddy and daddy.
Wife and wife.
Yeah.
Ah, Ilayeti Daru.
Exactly, you're right, because you hear them say my wife. There's no husband. So it's my wife. Or my
Are you
husband,
listening?
my husband.
These are the things that we are importing.
Daddy Freeze, good evening, sir.
Brother, I'm embarrassed to be here today.
Daddy Freeze, this thing don't deal since I was a teenager. And one of the reasons where I even keep Dada, I make some of those people stay away from me.
Oh, they don't like Dada.
No, at least it carries some kind of mentality to some extent where they will be like, you know, say for Nigeria, these guys, they know say, I don't know that guys I'll call them, but basically, they do them in secret. But I don't have anything against them. There was a time one Reverend Father actually, he flew up and down. I had to sit him down and tell him why are you in this kind of path and you be Reverend Father?
Reverend Papa Tunagege.
Yes, now. No one call him name. Yes, now. You know, I'm not saying that they're right, because in any organization, there's an exception. There's a bad egg. So there'll be new thing. When I was a youth corper, I was going to Abuja. I met a senior Nigerian, greet him, hello, copper, blah, 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 this, that. before you know, invite me come somewhere for Abuja. Me, I just feel say, as a couple now, get to meet people. I don't know say this uncle mean another thing. That's why I escape. So these people are there, like it's just that the law in Nigeria get against them. Now they make them, they hide themselves. But me personally, I don't have anything against them. People should live their life. You understand? It's not as if it's been there. That if even your time it been there. It's just that they are not coming out like that. It is there. You know. It's been there. No be new thing. No be new thing. Because some men are some people are it's just people are designed not to function the way everybody should function. So it's just normal that a girl can decide to say she don't want the role with man. Some of them, a girl can be jilted on to some extent that relationship where she they go into, they work out for her. She just cross her mind say she don't want to get anything to do with man. You understand? These things happen. Some the one where they laugh now after they don't born like one or two, they can't say they know they do man again. Can't they negatively or man not say negatively, can't they influence women we never get picking or never settle down. So basically I just normal things just that say our society in a society of with a fake reality. With a fake
hypocrisy.
Reality. Hypocrisy, that is the word, that the phrase. Hypocrisy. So, and all these people where they want to beat their chest, say them be this, they use and get asylum as bro stock, so they use and go outside, which is nobody. So it ain't normal for our society. I don't see anything there wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just the law where government keep say so this so that, then they cause people will get money, they break this law, nothing they happen to them. They do as they want to. So the normal thing, whoever get relationship, even as Nigerians, young Nigerians, where they date Oyibo, where they date black Americans, will be like that, guys, on social media. On social media, they get boyfriend for America. Where they date each other, serious relationship. Those one they drop their small change. Many Nigerians are just hypocritical life. They get many things on that in their cupboard where they do the talk. So now normal thing that if you grow for like proper African traditional homes, where they frown at those kind of things. They frown at and no means say, even our parents no say those kind of things. They just frown at them because they just want to keep our morals, because every society get culture. Our culture and be our identity. You understand? So they try guard our culture, even for Europe. Be saying that all of Europe, some Eastern Europeans, those kind of culture not too they dominant. You get countries like Romania, go see those kind of things. So it did common, it did northern Nigeria, it did southern, it did every nook and cranny of Nigeria. And just our hypocrisy will just they try one mold our certain virtues where we keep you say we get. You understand? It did everywhere. I went to all boys school. I went to all boys secondary school. We had boys that were playing female tendencies in them. Some of them, they are not necessarily those things, but it's just their nature. That's how they are. You see, guys, they behave like babe. They don't necessarily, but when those kind of boys come, they exposed to say this kind of thing are part to follow. They will quickly dive into it because already they don't see those kind of things in their system. I went to all boys school, all those things, all this federal government girls college, all this. Some of them, some of our girls we don't marry today, they be former this and that for that level. You understand? They do these things. It didn't come on. That if it's not let anybody want you.
So wait. Talking about the boarding school stuff, right? When you say former this and that, right? Former this and that out of necessity, or former this and that because they had a choice. Because it's
they go get some, like, if for instance, I'll give you instance of girls' school, for instance. All these school girls school go hear of school mother, school father. I went to boys' school, we they get all these school father, school son. You get, so school mother now fee be that level, right? So you don't see, but when you don't see one teenager where say he needs some kind school mother set of thing, nobody don't pick him say, nah, my school daughter be this. They'll go carry and they pamper and they give him some kind extra choco, extra gari, extra milk, you know. You know, they give him some kind of things that make him feel alright saying get school mom. From play, hug, from play, all those kind of things will start. You understand? This child no go talk up. When I was this child no go report all those kind of things. When I was a teenager, there was one. I was raised in the barrack. I was raised in army barrack. There was one soldier. Every time go call me say make I come see him. Go call me after he come to my place. When I come my place, I come realize say some other boys they when they go visit, and this man no get wife. You know they get girlfriend.
Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbọ́ yẹn ẹ̀yin jọmọ́.
So this man, he come they make some kind moves with me.
Make that move right now, baby.
So as a kid now, me now I escape from his house. As I escape from his house, now the kind parents where we get, our parents, it gets some wrong things where go happen outside. You know, go even feel open your mouth, tell your parents, because like now the way me I they raise my daughter now, in my own opinion, my daughter, they tell me if she come back from school, first thing I will ask her, who was nice to you, who was not nice to you. This kind of conversation make girl child feel free. No say, nah, your friend, not be just dad alone. You know, you go fit and make your son get some form of confidence. Don't be say go come roll your son, make him feel like saying be a woman who they treat with, but son, you get to get to measure of feminist where you go follow your son. You get, because the world really they harsh when they come. You know, go make up there. So, but you go still let your son know say fit. But the kind of the way we grow up, we don't go fit tell our parents this kind of thing, because some things we learn for street. Our parents, some of them no be street. They were just traditional. They were not street. They don't get street OT.
Yeah.
You know, if you go tell them those kind of things, because they don't understand what they talk. If or the way they feel go escalate them like abomination, you know, carry and go another level. You know, so these things they. And so that I escaped that fellow. I go somewhere for Jigawa. I said, Reverend Father, this guy they do. I call him and say, guy, who force you do these things where they do so? Like, why not remove this cloth? Just be the people you won't be. Don't be fight. Don't be fight. I address the guy. The guy go they call me, go they do lips with me. I'm like, oh, sure. What my point I say, you go meet those kind of people. Don't make don't make them feel like they have done anything wrong in this life. This is my opinion. We are in 2026. They are just who they are. They are just who they are. Allow them, just if you are not into that, politely tell them, say you are not into this, so you know. And then when they want to cross the line, because it can be classed as harassment. Just like a good side chick. The chick don't tell you, say, Bobo, I no there for you. I no want. So when you come, they push too much. Now harassment, she feel class them as harassment. So I don't meet this kind of people. So me, I see them as normal thing. So now Nigerians way never really touch different part of the country. Go think say now one straight. Even married men, they where they do things with young boys. Married women, they where they do things with young girls. You know, I know a girl where some of these women say some of them are widows. So these things are there. It's not new in our society. The earlier we start to allow all these kind of people have a say, because for person to be like this no mean say he no get anything good to contribute to the society. Some of these people are intellect, they are very sound. Some of them are just people that they can't deal with the society. They are just, some of them are actually real. You know, they are actually real, and some of them they have a lot to contribute to society apart from their private life.
So you know something. So the talk you say, yeah, these people we're talking about sexual preferences here, right? This is what we do.
Just say
in the
bench out.
privacy of our bedrooms, okay? So we need to create a distinction between the person and the preference, because here in Canada, for example, we have prominent politicians who are gay, right? In the US as well, even in the conservative cabinet of Donald Trump. So that's not even up for debate. What's up for debate now is the normalization, okay? Our parents knew it was there. Our grandparents knew it has always been there. It's there in the Bible. It's always been there since the beginning of time, right? But what is changing today, right? In some societies, it is becoming the law that it is normal. In my country, where I am right now, it is in Canada, it is normal. There is nothing strange about it. Same-sex marriage, people living together as wife and wife, husband and husband, they are legally allowed to have children, even if it's adoption, or even if one decides to get pregnant and give birth, right? If it's man, they can adopt, so they can have a surrogate. But here it is law. So we don't even have that debate here at all, right? In Nigeria, it is not law, but the law denies that it exists by making it a criminal offense. Actually, that acknowledges it, because if we say it's criminal, you know it is there. But it is a lot more prevalent than people would like to admit, because, like I said, when I was in secondary school, just like you, it was there. You know, we knew them. You know, but now today, as a society in Nigeria, right? The question now is, where are we going to go from here? Are we going to now say, okay, because everybody elsewhere has agreed that this is normal, let us now bring it to our country and say, okay, this is normal? Or are we going to stick to our traditional beliefs and say, hey, if you guys like, you can do it in your bedroom, you can do it anywhere you like, but we're not going to bring it out into the public, put it on our TV programs, in books for our schools and everywhere, and feed people with these images that make them believe it is normal, right? If you go to Nollywood, for example, I don't see Nollywood normalizing it. You know, I don't see any programs that come from Nigeria that normalize it. There are programs that are influenced and sponsored by the West. If you come here, for example, and you look at what the Parliament of Canada spends money on, they spend billions propagating the LGBTQ message abroad, in Africa, in Asia, in countries where it is not normal. They spend billions, and what do they spend the billions on? Programming, TV, books. So that the young people read, they see these images all the time, and it becomes normal. When I was growing up, when I saw things on TV, things on TV were supposed to have been vetted and they were supposed to have been approved. So we believe that stuff we saw on TV was the truth, was life, right? So when your kids see this every day on TV, over and over and over again, they start wondering, so what's the taboo about this thing? Is normal. Oh, Angel just got married to a fellow woman, right? That's normal in America, and we are trying to copy the culture of those countries, right? So there is a fundamental issue right now with a group of people who are trying to normalize it, push it down, and those who are saying no, this is not normal and we reject it, right? That is the issue that we have now. Now with social media, the world is a global village, so you're not limited to seeing stuff that happens in Nigeria like I was when I was growing up. But when you have CNN, it was just NTA and whatever, right? So these things were there, but we didn't see them, right? But as of today now, you come here, you see people who are 80 years old, get married. They have been for years. You see people who are doing their Jubilee anniversary as a gay couple. It's been here for a long time. Just that, even here, it wasn't always legal, right? But it just legalized stuff like that recently. But in societies like Nigeria, in some other African countries that are still more conservative than liberal, right? There is a concerted effort for those things to become normal. And so you will see it on social media. You have influencers who, despite the fact that they do this openly, nobody's arresting them, right? They are, so it looks cool. And more and more people are adopting that lifestyle, right? So I'll say right now, it is only going to spread more and more. There's nothing anybody can do to stop it, right? But with regards to how do we treat them, right? There's nothing we can do, right? It's normal. It's become a part of life now. Nobody can stop it. So all we have to do right now is, if there is somebody that you want to protect and try to make sure that they grow up to not be that way, you do your best, right? But the problem is that you can't hold them down. They go out.
I get your point. My own position is people should live. Every society has their culture, right?
Yes.
You can't force a culture on anybody. Place where the society, the culture, the majority, they have a tradition, they have a way of life that they frown on certain things. The way and manner you live your life, say this society goes into the kind of person where you be. Use it as an opportunity, and go to countries that they will absorb you. I'm telling you, Nigerians abroad that they come to Nigeria, they will frown at all these things, yeah. But in abroad, when they see such a person, they will smile with the person. They will even greet the person, open teeth with them, make them feel okay. Because they don't fit do that hypocrisy with that person. They don't fit sort of like make that person feel bad of him or herself. You know what I mean? They know that society will not do such behavior.
Yeah, it's consequences.
So because they know there's a consequences to that.
Yeah.
That society go set, because if you check as an African now, those society, just like Nigeria go say 10 years or 11 years of person will practice this kind of thing. Those society, if a Nigerian or a man decide to say he won't get more than one wife, it's classed as bigamy. I mean a bigamy or a bigamy. So you cannot practice those kind of things. So you can see that holding on to their culture, like this thing is a norm. It's normalized here. So I don't go their place, go say you won't go marry. I just give you the other side of our culture, because we cannot pick and choose. If as you did Canada now say you won't go marry 3 wives, the law will put you for jail. You understand? But if you come say you won't do like that, we have customary law. We go even allow you make sure say that is legitimate. You understand? As we take get law, we no go allow you officially or legally marry. Have a gay partner, say una be wife or husband, how do they call it? So you can see that every society have their law and have their culture, and this is their individual identity. So people when they say this side no favor you, if na me be them, may they use that opportunity go abroad. So the BBN whatever we marry, man, congratulations to her. Nigerians, they do these things. Our society now, society where we say we don't normalize abnormal things. Where we say the hypocrisy too much. The hypocrisy scatter about it. We say person when go they do something. If you just hear say then catch somebody where they do that thing when they do in secret, now you go even stand there among the person they bash that person. Then you go come out they bash that person. So whoever no say they work for a may doing team, but as you know say the law for the country, if you hold you understand. Well, we now poor people you don't even hear say they don't even catch for Nigeria. You know anybody they don't jail for 14 years or nobody. I don't know of anybody. But we know that these things they happen. So it will come to a point where we will get to a point where we say the people will now be like, this is what we want to be. Because these people are getting the number they increase by the day. The number they increase, the morale and the confidence to come outside, they increase. So at a point they will just be like, man, we want to live our life. They started now. They started on social media. You see them now. They're already out there. That's the point. Government will need to lift them to live their life. They are human beings. That's my position. They are human.
I think they are allowed to live their lives in Nigeria, right? In fact, Nigeria is a country where even men and women don't do PDA. They don't do public display of affection, right? So there are people in Nigeria who are gay, right? You know, I don't think you can actually come and say I'm openly gay because of the legal consequences. But the fact is, people who are straight don't come out and tell everybody, hey, I'm straight, you know. I don't think it's normal to come and announce your sexual preference and say, hey, I'm straight, you know. It's your life. If you like a guy, you see him, you toast him, you like him, you guys go home and you do your thing and you come out, right? You go to work, you go shopping, you watch movies and you go back home. So I don't think there's anybody who doesn't allow people live their lives, you know. Well, if you want to hold hands in public, if you want to go and hold Daddy Free's hand in public, nobody will question you if you want to do it. I'm of the opinion that in Nigeria, people are allowed to live their lives, right? Within the confines of Nigerian culture. People are so traditional that a man and woman will go out and the man won't even hold her. They walk side by side and they're a couple. You know?
No, but
so,
also, sorry to come in, say for Nigeria, where we dey so, man and man, if they talk, hold their hand, they waka. Just like when we were in secondary school, I went to boys' school. Apart from saying I go boys' school, boys, when they come back from school, they hold our hand, they talk. You know?
Yes.
But where you dey so, if you dey hold hand with fellow man, you go look, people go interpret them as something else now.
Right. So once I hold, they will just interpret. Yeah.
I think for my own time now, I think they talk with even an elder or grown-up man. I think they talk to me, hold me for hand. When I shake him, he don't take away, see me, go hold me for hand. Will they talk? He will talk till he leave me. But for where you there, I don't think say that kind of thing go happen. Because people go quickly interpret them the wrong way. In fact, if the man go pull his hand, come out self. If you shake your hand, hold on too long, you don't pull your hand. If he be straight person. But if you know this, you go look at him as like saying a green light, they give him. You get my point?
Yeah. Well, okay. So see, let's look at it from a different angle, right? Come here, you go on a bus or train, right? You can see a couple kissing. They can be men, they can be women, or they can be man and woman, right? It's not normal till today. If I come to Nigeria and I see a couple kissing, me that I'm used to seeing it here. If I come to Lagos or I go to Benin and I see a couple kissing, I'm going to be wondering, man, what is going on here? Because that is not normal in Nigeria. You understand?
It's not normal, but those people you see, they tell you as Nigeria they roll. Those people where you see for that place where you did the kiss for public, now the only thing where you feel see like something where you know they come on, where know they normal. But Nigerians where they hide, when they see person they kiss, they say, hey, stop that. Nigerians are doing terrible things. They knock women without consent. They are doing terrible things behind. This ones when they see where they kiss. Not just that one, they display honest, innocent, how they like each other. But our own, we they claim say we holy. We know you see person they do this that. But the terrible things what would they do for cover? The terrible things. Well, if you go strip club for abroad, I don't think say for strip club you go touch woman. And the stripper go just dance around you, as far as I know. If I did wrong, you fit educate me. But come to strip club from Nigeria. Strip club from Nigeria, they did not person inside there. That things they go on. Now these people we want now which morals we get? Which morals we get? So now just we operate on hypocrisy from 1 to 100. This is my opinion. The way our country there, if you don't get a bit of knowledge of other places, you say wait till say you know they normal. If you actually they normal, you suspect yourself say that's something they wrong with you, because now normal things they go on. I don't know if I can communicate that they get what I mean.
No, I understand what you're saying, but see that hypocrisy you're talking about, get some other places, outwardly, the law is even that even if it's your wife, you cannot hold her hand. But under the cover of darkness, in their private villas, islands, these are places where I don't want to call the name but they don't give Nigerians visa again. It used to be easy to go there, right? But it's somewhere in the in the Middle East. Those guys, their hypocrisy is worse than ours, right? But I support what they are trying to do. They say, look, that is private. Keep your private life private. It's our culture, right? So there's no reason why you are sleeping with a woman, and I need to know. Like, why do I need to know? When I see you in the office, I don't start asking myself, does he sleep with men or does he sleep with women? It's not my business. When I see you at the gas station, I'm not wondering what's his orientation. Is he straight or gay? It's none of my business, right? So why do we feel the need to announce to everybody, right? Why do a lot of us feel the need to announce to everybody who we are? I will tell you, straight people do not come and say, hey, I'm straight. Like, we just assume, if I come to you as a girl and say, hey, I like you, and you tell me, no, I don't do guys. Perfect, I walk away, right? But there's no reason why you enter a place and say, hey, everybody, hi. I'm a fine girl, I'm a celebrity, but I'm gay. So if you would like to be gay, come and copy me. Do you get? It's not something that has been normal in the past. So there is only one group of people who does it. Only one group of people that comes and says, hey, this is who I am. Everybody, this is my Instagram channel. Day one of being in this whatever. I come and see it's cool, it's nice. Why? I don't think I've ever, except when I'm filling a form where they're asking me what's my race. I don't go out and tell people I'm straight. If you cannot see it, in fact, people don't see it because, I've gone to a bar before and a fellow man came to, I said, hey, Ross, I'm sorry, thank you very much, but no, I'm not into that, But it is not, it's different when, you just notice that it trickles. You realize that it is, every day you scroll through your feed, right? If you go on Netflix now and watch any movie that is from Scandinavian countries, right? You see a young teenager, something is happening, volcano is erupting, right? But the one small theme in the story is that the young 15-year-old girl fell in love with a young 15-year-old girl. It's in the movie. You are watching a movie about a volcano erupting, right? But your 15-year-old is seeing that part of the movie as like, oh wow, okay. Just think, just all those movies that have English subtitles and interpretations, right? So there's a reason why these messages are being pushed, pushed aggressively. If you come here, books, before you take a book from the library, if you want to protect the information your kids are getting until they get to it, you have to read the book first. You cannot just believe that it's a book for kids. There are books that have very explicit images and instructions on what kids can do. So yeah. So what's happening now is that our generation, right? We're the only ones who are even having this conversation, right? If you go to the younger generation, it's not even a debate. It's not a conversation. It's normal. That is here in the West, right? Now, because the younger generation in Nigeria is getting their education from social media and TikTok and Instagram, unfortunately, you're going to see at some point, this is going to become normal. If you look at the tech industry in Nigeria, almost, a few tech CEOs, you look at them, you wonder, like, where is this person going to? Are they left or are they right? You look at a lot of social media messaging that is coming from prominent influencers, right? I must say, I strongly believe that some of this money that Canada and the US and co budget to pass this education, I believe it goes through some of these people, right? Because there's really no reason why, in a person comes out and says, this is who I am, openly in a conservative society like Nigeria. There has to be some sponsorship from somewhere. And I feel like the end game is to normalize it and catch the children young and somehow modify the culture, which I don't think is 100% bad, because like we've agreed, it has always been there, right? So why not allow them live their lives, right?
It's in there.
Yeah, it is not allowing it to happen naturally. Let the person become 18 and realize that, oh, I don't like women, I like men. Or hey, I don't like men, I like women. Let it not be that social conditioning now makes you think it is normal, or make you feel like, hey, if I do things a straightforward way, I'm not cool. I need to be cool like the cool kids. So I have to be that, and that's what's happening here. And I feel, unfortunately, as long as there is the internet and social media, it's coming more and more to Nigeria. So if Nigerians are complaining today, in the next 5-10 years they will complain more and more and more until They become like Canadians, right? But I'll tell you one thing, right? The vast majority of the population doesn't really agree with it. That's the truth, right? This thing that we're talking about is like 5 or 10%. There is a vast majority that are just everyday normal. I don't want to use the word normal, right? But the vast majority of the population is
Canada, you mean?
We have the same views. Let me just put it that way.
You mean in Canada?
Everywhere.
Yeah, you see, now the older generations, the older people, now them no they agree with those things. You get. You see, now then they pass that I don't know they agree with those things, but some amongst them, I will believe that who they sponsor, the older people get bad pass. Young people will picky. The older people that they sponsor all these things. So they want normalizing, and even if you say the vast majority don't okay with them, but the vast majority no fit play against certain laws we don't take to protect this kind of people. Just for Nigeria, I'll give you an instance. Now, our people will say, oh, we don't want some our older people say they don't want this kind of thing. But you go see an older person in Nigeria, he go want sleep with 16-year-old girl. You understand? When nobody reach 18, in go within his hypocritic behavior, he believe say he okay, he normal. To corner 15, 14, 16, 17 years old girl, give them money, make them small girl with big God, they'll do things with them. But he go come criticize this, condemn this other one where be saying be this in they do with man, or this one say they do with woman. You understand? So many Christians, just like, I don't know whether this example where I won't give you a line. Remember how Nollywood they demonize our culture? Nollywood they demonize our culture. They do everything bad about our culture. Nollywood they act up. Nollywood they a very bad PR in the world. They demonize our culture. They'll say this power is better than our power. They call our deity power. They act you go see they will act movie and say now one person go come heal, come destroy one demon. Our culture, some practice in our culture now be demon. I just give you an instance, right? So now, if they come, if they condemn our own, now they come to say this one where they come from outside, where they don't normalize and small. You won't come say no, you don't want them. No, it should be there. It should be there. Let people live their life. Make people live their life. Let the law of the land speak. And these people they criticize. We go say for where you did so. You go say you mention one people talk say they allow people go so we don't display their love, public affection. But these people they go the country where they don't like the culture. For Canada, they see person they waka woman cover her eye remain small.
Yes.
If the place where the woman from come, they okay, why she not remain there? Why she not remain for that place? You come, I don't fit come Canada now, come they frown upon a gay man. No.
Yeah.
Why I go frown against them? Why I don't live where I they come go there?
Nigeria. Yeah.
I don't get any reasonable excuse. I suppose stay my Niger. They okay with that. I know if you come Canada, come they talk say, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like how the people dress, how the guests dress, how the guests they behave. Make I deal with my Nigerian people. Make I come deal with waiting. So you must respect the law, and also when person come force Nigerian people say they must do like just like they spend money. They pump, make them normalize these things. When we have problem of insecurity, we have problem of poverty. These are the list of our problem, We have problem of poverty, we have problem of insecurity, unemployment, infrastructure, basic amenities, no day. Then you can't they want sponsor this thing. Well, even if we get opportunity to tell, we tell you this will not be our issue. These people feel do their life. This is not channel that money, that resources. Help us. If you know our government know they feel do anything we need. Channel that resources, help us. Come help us solve it so that our children go school, come back. So that those days when I was a kid, my parents go carry me travel from Jos, go Calabar. motor go break down for somewhere for Makodi. Strange family go just carry us, keep somewhere, give us food, some go even kill goat for us, we go chop. You know, we go make families for life, friends for life. So we don't even get phone number to exchange. We'll just write our address, say this is where we live, I'm from Akwa Ibom, say this is where we are in Akwa Ibom. One day, we just say those people, they are picking, going to do NYSC for somewhere for Akwa Ibom. They will tell their parents, will say, yeah, Akwa Ibom, and they post you, they go write one letter, say, if you have a chance to go to so place, ask for so person. The people come, by luck, that picking will come Akwa Ibom meet. You see, the whole family will come out, the person will say, and this person will be so years. This is in Nigeria. I was privileged. I'm just 36, but I was able to see that Nigeria. But today,
Bro, sorry, let me just say hello and drop. DF, I'm back in. I have seminar tomorrow. I have to go.
Oh, and I wanted to hear your opinion.
DF.
Okay, no problem. Oh yeah, be going.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm here, though, but I'm packing.
Yeah. So you see, this is the Nigeria way. I was privileged to see that Nigeria, you know. But as we talk now, people who are younger than me or people of my age, they actually don't see this Nigeria wise because I didn't get opportunity to travel from one part of the country.
Yeah. To another. Yeah.
So they should just allow people live their life. You understand? And those people say they be agege or they be whatever. If you know say that thing, they don't allow you to live your life. Look for way. If in America you want go. In fact, I go even tell them say publicly display this thing. Make people attack you because these countries where they talk, they need evidences to show.
To show. Yes.
I believe so. So may they use that evidences, may they leave the Nigeria for us, may they go where they go accept them. Because me, I don't have problem with such people. You understand? Because I know say, you know, if you use one thing, you know, you cannot judge a fish by climbing a tree. You understand? Some of these people, very intellectual, learned people, they have so much to contribute to the society. This is just one aspect of their life. Me, if person saying be gay, man, don't use that. Saying be this or be that, and if they contribute well to our society, I prefer them to politicians where they deprive us for a better life.
But you know something, I think as you're talking, you're falling into the same trap, right? Because you say, if person saying be a gay, right? It's like you are diminishing the person by saying that. Because remember, this is a sexual preference.
Egbensual, just say Egbensual.
Preferences don't define us.
Say Egbensual.
Right?
Egbensual preference.
It's the Egbensual. Yeah, sorry.
No vex. Nah, social media and their madness.
So what you're saying, right? Are you saying that Nigeria should make it a law, like they should legalize it?
Hello, Ife.
I would want Nigeria to legalize it. Okay, now Nigeria. See, me, I personally don't like the way our laws stay. You understand? Nigeria now say 14 years imprisonment. I hear somebody say that 14 have been 11 years. Okay, if Nigeria feel they put law for all this kind of thing, why Nigeria no feel say death penalty for corrupt leaders where they don't catch them say they do corrupt, like death penalty for them. You know, if small thing they don't rush go put law. Why they no feel say death penalty for this? Make you
say bye.
You understand? Make a 5 penalty for person where they take what belong to the masses, you know, carry and keep to himself. So why they set all this kind of law? You don't they set law because this law where they set this law, they not say the generation where they come, this Indomie generation. This kind of millennial being a Gen Z. They know say this generation they want trap them. They want this. They look for law way to hold them. They know say these people. No, those days they will say what an elderly man says sitting down. A young man will climb an hero country. Young man go sit down like this. The elderly man die. You don't go ever know what in that young man know. So they are setting laws. They set law to hold this our young people, including myself. So they should unbundle us. They should unbundle us. the constitution of the country too. They should destroy 1999 constitution. They should unbundle us. Let us be free. They don't want me we breathe. They use everything. They choke us. They bring laws. Nobody they bring social media, something about social media. For I don't know that.
This guy has a lot to say. I feel like I should go so he can. He has a
No,
lot to say.
let him say. Then you two talk.
No.
I know Kuku. They see you for church.
How are you? I follow you. How are you doing? How's the family?
I'm good. Family is fine. Family is fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like your dreadlock. It's really very neat. Dreadlock is very hard to pull, so you pulled it off. It's very, very neat.
Thank you. I hope.
Come on, I don't see you anything, no.
I hope they will not.
No, you're fine. I know they were catching people back then with dreadlock, but you're fine. Daddy Free, so I had a very close. I have two stories regarding this matter. The first.
Let me ask you, honestly,
actually,
before you go into your
she went to
stories.
school.
Before you go into
you
your
hear me?
stories, I can hear you. Before you go into your stories,
Okay.
have you ever been in a sensual relationship with another woman?
No, that is
For
great.
scientific
I went to boarding
purpose.
school. I went to FGC Janiki. I'm sure some people that went to my school, they're actually following you. No, it was a mixed school. We did have a couple of people that we caught, but it's not, how will I put it, like Mr. Rumours said, it's going on, but it's on a low. They don't like come out openly to say that. So yeah, we did have a couple of them back in my school, and this was I graduated secondary school 2006. That's why when this guy was saying millennial, you're a millennial too, you're 36. So I'm looking at you like, Indomie generation, we're like, you're a millennial. So I was a bit confused.
I'll give you this.
Okay,
But you know
so
what
back...
you said? The keyword is caught. See, they didn't come out and say they were caught.
Correct. Yes. So now we catch them, and then just kind of expose them. But yeah. So my first story, my daughter actually had an episode, something like that. Like I would say 3 weeks ago. So there's a teacher, a substitute teacher in her school that identifies as a miss. But my daughter wasn't having it. Apparently, she felt like she's a man, so she should be a man. So the day that the main teacher was not around, the substitute teacher was around, she literally told her that you are a man, so your name is Mr. This. And she was like, no, I'm a Miss This. So it went on, and it got really bad. So the teacher the following day told me that, oh, this and this happened yesterday and blah, I never knew that she felt that way because it's never come up at home, so we've never had to discuss it. So it was kind of, yeah, it's never come up. So I had to tell her again, if people say they want to be addressed as this, that's what you address them as. It doesn't matter how they look or how you feel they look. If they say they want to be this, that is it. It took her a while. She was like, but no, this. I'm like, no, I understand what you're saying, but if they say I identify as Miss This, please kindly call them the way they identify as, so that way we don't have a problem. So she got that one. It was hard, but she eventually got it. So now she understands. When somebody say my name is Miss This, then that's what she'll call you. If you say you're Mr. This, then she'll call you like that. So that's one. So the second one was, so I've read a book about, these Agege people. The book was actually written by 4 Agege people that eventually turned back to being, straight. So one of the things they had in common was exposure to ABUSE, like ventral ABUSE. So all of them in the book were exposed to that. It could be through like a relative or something, but they were all exposed to it. So the book kind of explained what they had to go through, the therapy they had to go through, and a lot of things for them to eventually slowly start turning back. And I think 2 of them from that book eventually married, people of, not the same gender, and they're all doing okay. So I was curious. I was like, okay, so this kind of validates some things, but I was still not convinced. So I have a couple of people at my job that actually Agege. So there was one, me and him were actually very close. So I started asking.
You were close to an Agege?
I'm sorry?
You are close to an agege.
I still am. Yeah, that's my colleague at work. I'm sure if he sees this video, he'll probably know I'm talking about him. We're close. He's some of the best people ever actually are gay people. So that's
So the same Bobrisky is good.
Yes, that phrase. That's what I like what Bume said. You have to, I can't remember how you put it. There's a way you separated it. It kind of made a lot of sense.
You have to separate your menstruality from your person because
it's
just an orientation. It's just an orientation at the end of the day. Really.
That's it. So their orientation does not mean anything about their person. I'm in the US. I'm in LA.
In LA, yes. Okay.
So you can understand. So I actually took my time to ask the guy some questions because I thought maybe from the book that I read, maybe he was also exposed to, ABUSE. And he said no. And I was like, so when did you realize that you were, he was like, when he was very little. I'm like, really? He said, yes. And like, how did your family take it? He told me some of them didn't take it well initially, but as time went on, they accepted, him. I was like, okay, what's your religious belief? And he said, he was raised like a Christian. I was like, how do you feel about that place in the Bible that, says something about it? And he was like, that he's no longer in the religious faith, so that does not really, bother him as much. But the point he was trying to make me understand is, contrary to my opinion, like when you think that some people may be introduced to it or exposed to it, he made me feel like there are people that are actually born that way. Let me just put it that way. I began to accept it that there might actually be people that are born that way. They don't have to be exposed to it or ABUSED, Some people are actually born that way. And so we just have to, like Mr. Brume said, people are, separate the orientation from their personality. They're human beings like we are. They just like a different kind of, things. And we like a different kind of thing. That's just how it is. That's my 2 cents that phrase.
You are brilliant, my darling. You're really brilliant. You're really brilliant. Thank you. So, my brother, you were expressing yourself very well. I want us to go back there.
Daddy Freeze, you don't read that book. Have you heard of that lady that where the lady acted like say she be guy? She acted like say she be guy.
Yeah.
So she they operate like say she be guy. They get babe. She wants to get the experience of waiting it feels like to be a guy. I know if you remember the book, I've been planning to get that book for something distracted me.
But the one that she ended up buying herself.
Yeah, she lived like a guy.
So from waiting is our sister talk now. That lady, she no born to get that kind hormones where on the behave like say she be guy. In my own opinion, if lady day will be a gay, you get. If he do that thing and nothing go do her. Nothing go do her. Because this person they come up from a natural position. How our hormones they operate. They choose to come put herself in another situation. So I think affected her mental health and all. You get so that one another
all right.
But that's scenario, right? The reason why, for her, right? She was shocked at the way men were treated, She was trying to prove a point, It has to do with equality of the sexes, right? But she found out the hard way that in real life, there is really no equality, right? In treatment, especially, right? And that, compared to women, men are actually treated very, very badly, especially by women, especially in dating, in the workplace, all over the place. She couldn't handle the psychological stress, the trauma from the experience was too much for her to handle. She said she did not die because of how it was. That's exactly why she died. That's why she couldn't handle it.
She by herself. She by herself. One timer.
Yeah.
One time. And that is actually super scary. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, my brother that just joined us. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Good
I
evening,
guess
brother.
I know it's still afternoon over here in the States. I understand that we're talking about Agege here, and I had my brother. I just joined shortly, and I had my brother talking about having it legalized.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, contrary to what a lot of us think or believe about places like United States, for instance, it is not every part of United States that are really in agreement with this Agege issue. Not every part. And not everybody is in agreement with it. There are lots of people that don't like it. They don't want it. To them, it's an abomination. I'm talking of pure Americans. There are many of them don't like it. They don't want it. So, the fact that it's opposed doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. I live in Sugar close to I youth suburb, actually, and in Houston we have particular areas where that is their base. So I deal with them on a daily basis. I'm into medical transportation in as much as I'm into media, and I deal with a lot of them on many occasions. And I can tell you categorically that this issue of they are born this way, that's a bloody lie. That's a blatant lie. They are not born that way. It's a cult followership. It's a cult thing.
Come in.
I will give instances. Majority, I will give instances. Now, there are people, I know hormones. We can begin to talk about hormones. Those who have more of the male, there's some females that have a bit of the male hormones and the male and the other way. Yes, I know it happens. Yes, but that doesn't mean they are born that way. I will give you instances. Why back in Nigeria, I have had encounters with two different Agege guys. Okay, I used to be in Nollywood, in the movie industry, way back, when Nollywood actually started. So I used to be one of the pioneers way back. Now, and I have encountered two Ageges in the industry. One is late now. One is late, he was a makeup artist. I have encountered him one-on-one, and he actually tried to rape me. Yes, while we were in our hotel room in the movie. This is a movie then back.
Just say R-A-P-E. Just say R-A-P-E.
Sorry.
No, even say, just say R-A-P-E straight.
Okay. Yeah, R-A-P-E, yes. Okay, so now, this was in a movie, this was in a movie set. We were all, we were camped in the same room. This was a movie set way back by Claire Mohammed then. We were camped in the movie, camped together in the room. And in the middle of the night,
Baba komot bola hon.
So I had to force my way out of it. Now, how did this guy die?
How did he buy?
How did this guy buy? Sorry, how did he buy? He was mobbed. He was mobbed because he was caught RABD, a young boy.
Very good. Very good.
So,
make it day hellfire where it belong.
So that was how they mobbed him, and he did not recover from it. He died.
They put tire for his neck.
Sorry, he died.
They put tire for his neck. Did they put tire on his neck?
Now beat them, beat him. He was beaten.
Very good.
So now the second guy invited me to an audition, because then he invited me to an audition to come and help and direct one of a project that we were running in the Festa. He invited me to come and help them. He said it was a Christian production. I should come and help them, that they are
Christian.
coming. Yes, I came. I started to meet this guy. So I'm thinking I was to an audition, and when I got there, as soon as I opened the door, before I could realize what was going on, the boy pushed the door behind me, closed it. And I said, I was shocked. I said, what's going on? Where are your cast? Where are what's the guy? To cut the long story short, the guy at that point in time revealed to me who he is and what he wants to do. And he was cajoling me, telling me that night he called names of many artists, some whose name I don't want to mention here. He called names of many of them, that they are all doing this, they are all part of it, that he's going to introduce me, that if I agree with him, he's going to introduce me to someone who is going to sponsor my own personal production, that they have them. There is a course thing they do, that there are many of them. If you're part of them, you're going to be rich, and they're going to set you up. If you're part of them, that it's no big deal. The guy was so, for me to be able to get out of that room, I had to lie. I have to improvise a phone call. I improvised a phone call that I was needed in another location, that I will be back. To make it look real, I actually had to cajole him, that if he really, I actually had to cajole him and made him, feel that yes, I'm interested, and begged him to give me tea fare, so that I can take an Okada and quickly, go and, answer them there and be back on time. That was how I escaped that particular location. Now, these two things traumatized me to the point that for the whole period, I was going to locations. I refused to sleep in the same room with fellow men. I refused to sleep in the same room with fellow men. Now, yes, we had a defunct soap, Dance of Shame, that we were running on Galaxy TV then. Those who can remember know me. Then whenever we go on location, I refuse staying with the men in the same room, because those situations traumatized me. Now, why am I saying this? While I was back in Nigeria, we had all these situations. We had men who behaved like women. We had women who behaved like men. We either call them lady boy or this thing, or tomboy. Now,
Tomboy.
one of them, tomboy. Now, all the people who were behaving this way, they still ended up getting married, for goodness sakes, to the opposite sex. They still ended up getting married to tell you that it is not an inborn thing. Yes, it might be, some of the attributes might be there, but it doesn't mean that you have to go ahead and be that way. It doesn't mean so. And this issue of legalizing this thing here, mind you over here in the States, even this aggregate issue was not a big deal until Obama, during his second term. It was during Obama's second term. Immediately after he was elected, when he was elected for the first term, he was elected, he lied that he was not going to allow it, legalize it. But immediately he was elected in his second term, That was when he announced. I was already here in the States when he announced and said that he is for it. From that moment, that announcement came, the jubilation that came over the whole of the state, and that was when the whole thing started boomeranging everywhere. And it's like they now had a free hand to operate at that point. So now it was more now like it is their way. It is either their way or the high ground, or no any other way. So for people to come now and say, let them be, and say, let it be, there's nothing wrong with it, let them express themselves, let it be legalized. And my brother, I'm shocked I heard you saying they should legalize it. Legalize what?
Allah, I have one question for you. I have just one question.
Okay.
Were you born a Christian?
Was I born a Christian?
Yes.
Yes, I was born a Christian.
Why will you want me to believe that?
How do I want you to believe that?
If somebody say he was born like that, that he was born a gay, or he had that tendency, he was born like that, and you are arguing that he was not born like that, then how would you want me to believe that you were born Christian?
How do you believe that I was born Christian?
Why would you want to accept that you were born?
When I was given birth to, my parents took me to my parents were Christians. They took me to church. I was baptized in the church. I had all my formation in the church.
You were not a Christian.
I was born a Christian.
You were raised you were born into a Christian family. You were not born
if you want to put it that way, you can spin anyhow you want to spin to justify what is not justifiable is not justifiable. And you see, there's another argument people make concerning this Christianity thing that I just want to kind of counter here. I hear a lot of the time, say our culture is being denigrated. I heard the other person saying demonized. I heard the other person saying Nollywood is demonizing our culture. I am part of Nollywood. Yes, I used to be part of Nollywood. And let me tell you, Nollywood is not demonizing your culture or our culture. Nollywood only talks about the bad aspect of the culture. And I will give you an answer. This culture, I'm coming. I am coming. Listen, what do you even call our culture? What do you call our culture? Let me tell you. You see, this issue of idol worship or traditional worship, there's a difference. Now, everybody has a lot of time, even that it frees you, you always say that the white man's culture, Christianity.
No, make your point so that you don't lose your train of thought. Just go to
okay, so I'm saying that Christianity is the white man's thing. Christianity has nothing to do with the white man per se. They brought it to us. Even listen, when I say Christianity has nothing to do with the white man, Christianity did not originate from the white man.
Originate from
the white man.
Where did it originate from?
Originated from Christ. And Christ is of Jew origin.
So let me ask you a question.
The white man propagated Christianity.
Propagated a version of Christianity. An adulterated version.
However you want to see it.
No. It's not however. We are dealing with facts now.
Okay, I want us to understand the fact that all other people, even people we were thinking, even the America other people were talking about, they all had, even Rome, that is the seat of the Vatican, they all had their traditional, custom before, but which were
My question is, why is Rome the seat of the Vatican? Rome is a European, is European. How can, what was Christ's tie with Rome? Nothing. Why did they move it to Rome if it is not that they want to propagate their own agenda?
No, that was not why they moved it to Rome.
So why did they move it to Rome?
That was not why they moved it to Rome.
Why did they move it to Rome?
Rome was where the church came into blossom. The church started in Jerusalem from Pentecost in the upper room. But Rome was where the church blossomed from the time of Emperor Constantine. That was when the church blossomed. And remember that the apostles, Peter, who is the head of the church, then was martyred in Rome. Paul, was in Rome.
Okay, my question is, you say, hold on, you say Christianity is Jewish, right? Originated from
yes.
the Jews. How come the letter J does not exist in Aramaic or Hebrew, Jewish languages? There's nobody called Jesus in Hebrew or Aramaic.
I know you were coming to that. Okay, see, I'm Catholic. And even we are familiar with Latin. In Latin too does not have a J. Latin has a J, but it is not pronounced as J. Now, when we are pronouncing in Latin, the name is pronounced Jesus. The J is silenced. Now, even
do you know why it is pronounced Jesus in Latin? Because Latin copied from Greek.
Yes, but even in Spanish
and Greek is a European language. Latin is a European language. English is a European language. So the version of Christianity in Nigeria that has Jesus or Jesus is colonial. Because if we got our Christianity directly from Jerusalem, we will not be calling our Savior Jesus.
I will be calling him Yeshua, right?
Yeshua or Yahushua or Yeshu, depending on the dialect.
Okay, see, there's something, you see,
Can I add a bit more? Christmas is not Jewish.
I know.
Easter is not Jewish. It's Pascha in Easter. The word Easter came from a European Teutonic goddess. It is in the Bible. This time I'm telling you, it's inside Bible Encyclopedia.
I'm not here to begin to argue all that with you. Maybe on a different, time entirely we can begin to dig into.
Now you start them now. Jeje now we they talk about Agege.
No. Why I'm talking about it? Why I just brought about it is because of, when he brought up Christianity, trying to denigrate Nollywood, trying to.
Yes, but it does. Nollywood makes it look like Jesus is the savior and our traditional cultures are demonic.
Yes.
You go to Babalawo, then the Babalawo wants to do you wickedness, then you call Jesus.
You call Jesus,
He go come save you from everything Babalawo won't do.
But in actual fact, Babalawo is demonic. Now, there's a difference between a herbalist.
No. Are you aware that
there's a difference between a herbalist
are the Babalawos in Brazil
there's a
also
difference
demonic?
between a herbalist and a witch doctor. Let's differentiate the two. Now, if you're talking of a regular herbalist, anybody can be a herbalist. There is nothing demonic. There is nothing idol about that.
What about an Ifa worshipper? Is an Ifa worshipper demonic?
An Ifa worshipper. Who is Ifa? Ifa is a deity.
Yes.
Which means a small god. If Ifa is a deity and it's a small god, which means it is not the Almighty God. So, in my own opinion, yes, Ifa is satanic worship. In my own opinion.
Okay. I'm glad that you said it is in your own opinion.
Is that your opinion, or is that what you were told to believe?
It's not what I was told to believe.
Have you know? And you have any experience with Antifa worshiper?
When we say this thing, we make it look like it is only Africans that their Christianity was introduced to, and as against their own effort. Listen, the Red Indians here, the Aborigines here, the original Americans here, they were idol worshippers. They used to sacrifice, they were involved in child sacrifice and the rest.
The word Easter is gotten from a Teutonic goddess that collected child sacrifice.
All that we know.
So why are you celebrating Easter?
And we know how Easter was changed and everything, but that is not what I am talking about now. I'm just trying to clarify the fact that every every race, they all have their own form of idol worship, which when Christianity came, when Christian from Christ came, the Reformation took over. So it is not only Africa.
You call it a reformation. I call it colonization of the brain. Hold on, let me ask you a question, my dear brother. If you were born in Japan, you will not be a Christian.
Why did you call it Japan? Right?
Yes, you will not be a Christian. If you were born in China, you will not be a Christian. If you were born in Saudi Arabia, you will not be a Christian. The reason why you are a Christian is because your God is geographically bound to your location. There's nothing special about the Christian idea of God except for its geographic identity.
Location. Yeah.
That's your own understanding.
Not my own understanding.
It's not an understanding.
It's a fact.
Let me ask you, if you were born in Abu Dhabi to the king of the UAE, and all you've known is Allah, right? Would you believe that the Christian God is above the Muslim God?
Of course, if I was born over there, and if that is what I was, I grew up to know, fine, of course, yes, I will not believe that, Christ or that the Christian God is what, but...
No, now I want to add something. So now a movie is brought to you that makes your religion and your tradition look demonic, and the Christian God now comes to save you. How would you react?
Okay, hold on. Islam. Hold on, Islam. Is Islam the original religion of the Arabs?
Okay, you know what? Let's take it to China.
Islam was also introduced to them, mind you.
Okay, so that's why let's go to India now. Traditionally, Indians are Hindus and Buddhists.
Okay.
So the Hindus, the average Hindu home has 20-30 gods. That god with long elephant nose.
Yes.
So that is what you have been worshiping and has been working for you. Now, you start getting movies from Nollywood that tell you that that's your elephant god that your grandfather worshipped, your uncle worshipped, your mother worshipped is evil. And there is now one British god called Jesus that will save you from the elephant god that looks like you. A white god is coming to save you.
Jesus is not a British god.
Jesus is a British god.
No, Jesus is not a British god.
Jesus is guys, do you agree with me that Jesus is a British god?
It is your own understanding.
No. The name Jesus is of English origin and evolution. Go to the Catholic Church. You are a Catholic. You said you're Catholic. The image of Jesus in the Catholic Church is white.
You're wrong. No, that's not true.
It's not. What is it then?
Right.
That's
What
not
is it?
true. I will explain to you now. Listen, I will explain to you. Now, on this aspect, I will explain to you what You do not
Brother,
understand the
Jesus has British passport. If you check Jesus' passport.
Hold on. Can I explain to you what you don't understand?
Okay. Explain to us, sir.
Listen, just listen. There are many paintings. Now, a lot of you non-Catholics do not know this.
Okay,
and that is because the Catholic Church does not blow its trumpet everywhere. Now, what you see all around as the pictures of Jesus are just mere individual person's interpretation.
So why is it in the Catholic Church?
Now, listen. The actual painting, in the Catholic Church, there are actual replicas of what Jesus looked like.
Where?
Yes.
Where?
Okay. Now, it might shock you to know that the Catholic Church has lots of miracles and apparitions that you guys do not know about.
Sorry, where is the picture?
Let's leave the miracle. Because if now miracle, now get miracle. Let us focus on the picture. The white man and the Shroud of Turin is a fake, a complete forgery. It is scientifically proven to be wrong. Go and follow a proper scholar called Dan McClellan. Dan McClellan has done 4 separate videos explaining the Shroud of Turin and how it is a complete forgery. No, Dan McClellan is a proper scholar.
Proper forgery?
Yes. No. Let's even check.
No? Let me tell you one Catholic miracle. You know that they were drinking water.
Aside from that, okay, the church still preserves the face of Christ on a cloth.
That's the Shroud of Turin.
No, this one is not the Shroud of Turin. This one is a cloth that was used by one of the women of Jerusalem to wipe the face of Jesus while he was on Calvary carrying the cross.
So how do you get the face of someone when you wipe?
Bro, make I show you this. Guys, please read this. Read this. Hold on, read this. In 1980, laboratories, Oxford, Zurich, and Arizona performed radiocarbon dating on the cloth. The result dated it to 1260-90. That is 1,260 years to 1,390 years after Christ. How can you have a cloth that is carrying his face that is 1,260 to 1,390 years after his resurrection? Guys, be calming down. The Shroud of Turin is a forgery.
You said in what year?
In 1988, they took it and they carbon dated it, and it was dated to 1260.
In 1988, that is the old. This thing.
Okay, when I don't get new version.
There's a new one.
There's a current recent. There's a on the same. The one you have there was later proven to be wrong. There's a recent.
So there's now there's MK2.
There's a recent one of which even from the cloth. Listen, there's a recent one of which even from the cloth a 3D format of the actual of how Jesus actually looked has been printed.
Okay, so when I don't print 3D picture, 3D printing of
complete 3D format has been printed.
I beg, make I tell you one miracle where Catholic Church where I know. Yeah, go research. You get one miracle where they were drinking leaking pipe from a water system, a toilet. It can't come out from one statue of Mary. Leaking pipe where plumber do wrong job. Go and research. The plumber
Which Catholic
finish. Daddy Chris, you never read that part.
I know I'm well now.
Where did you get that one from?
This thing now, wait now, check, you go see. So the leaking pipe from a failed job when plumber do for somebody's house, it can't leak, they come up from statue of Mary somewhere, and people were drinking it for years. years, thinking now divine water coming from statue of Mary.
Where did that one happen?
Now they try to tell you now go check out. I'm not interested
Where
in
did
this.
that one happen?
I'm not interested in this because let me even tell you that thing they were drinking it thinking that it's miracle water. Till they can't discover say now fail water wait my finish. They can't discover say now fail water system. Plumber did a failed job. That water till they can't block them or that thing cause the person discover. People have been drinking it. Another thing I can tell you. See, I am not a religious person, right? But I believe in God concept. And I believe in people worshiping their religion and all that. But I want you to understand that from my own African context of how I worship God, I see you as a pagan. And I'm okay for you to see me as a pagan too. You are a pagan to me. And I am okay that I am a pagan to you. But the problem is that you people are not okay with somebody being different from you people. That is the problem I have with Nigerian Christians. Just like that, if you say they brought adulterated Christianity to you people.
Nobody brought adulterated Christianity to me. They brought those who have adulterated Christianity. That is their problem.
Your own came from Council of Nicaea, the 7th Ecumenical Council. That's where the
7th Ecumenical Council.
Yes. Your own
that is not where that is not where they come from. That is not where
you
guys
from.
You guys totally older than the Council of Nicaea.
So you guys derailed the topic. Jesus, the Lord, your Lord and personal Savior. Now the 7th Ecumenical Council. Now then hold that one, bring that ideology where you they carry so. You understand?
Really?
I can even tell you that with all those different pictures where Catholic Church they get for church, I can bring an argument and tell you that there is no picture of Jesus. With all those, yes, it's enough for me to say there is no
the thing is see, like you have already just like you said that you the other guy said that if I was born in Saudi Arabia or born in so and so place that of course I will not know anything about Christianity. Accepted, yes. So you see what you're saying now, no matter what I tell you about pure authenticated miracles
I they work on my phone. I they delete the memory.
And even his blessed mother, none of you is going to accept.
No, the thing
you will even laugh about it.
The thing is
I want to ask you a question. As a Catholic, why do you pray to cement? Why do you pray to one bag of Dangote cement?
Go and research about Our Lady of Fatima. The miracle of the apparition.
Okay. Before we talk about that, why do you people like to pray to a bag of cement?
And we don't pray to a bag of cement. Point of that. You see, that is the problem.
Why is it that all your saints are
Why is it that the traditional African worships an idol, but when you people pray to the same cement, the African man carves an idol out of wood? You carve your own idol out of cement.
Point of correction. Point of correction. But if point of correction, what do you do to the statue? We don't pray to cement. Okay?
So what do you do to the statue?
I don't know what you are describing as cement.
The statue in the churches.
The statue in the churches. We don't pray directly. We don't pray directly to the statue.
Okay, why is it that if you are passing the statue, you have to bow? Sometimes
you are not bowing to the statue. You are not bowing to the statue.
Who are you bowing to?
There's what is called veneration. Now, every single place you have such is known as an altar, and there's a particular blessing. There's a particular consecration. Listen,
any single place you have what? What did you call altar?
Listen, there's a particular consecration that happens.
What did you call altar?
Which makes that particular place sacred. There's a blessing that takes place. there's a blessing that takes place.
So when we go and worship Ifa that looks like us, it's not a blessing.
Yeah.
But when we go and worship cement that looks like our colonial masters, it is a blessing.
We are not worshiping the statue. We are not worshiping like our nose. We are not worshiping.
Can I read a Bible? Can anybody help me out with a Bible verse? Can anybody help me out with a Bible verse?
The face, I know they read Bible again. No.
Can somebody help me? My dear Catholic brother, can you help me? Or Brume, I beg, help me. Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Then I want you to explain it, my dear brother. Exodus chapter 20 verse 4.
24. Okay, you shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below.
That's fine.
Should I read it again?
Yeah. So my brother, why do you carve cement to look like Mary and say it is okay?
What you have read is a known verse, and that is where, you know, every other person uses to counter the Catholic Church and its images. Now,
No. Are we using the Quran?
No, that is all you have read.
We have read the Bible.
What happens about that is all you have read. Can you describe the ark? Can you describe the Ark of the Covenant? What does it look like? What do you have in the Ark of the Covenant?
So you are telling me that cement you people molded is now equivalent to the Ark of the Covenant?
The Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, what do you have there?
God specifically told Moses. Hold on. God specifically told Moses in the Bible how to design the Ark of the Covenant. Please show me where God told Moses or Peter or Paul how to carry a bag of Dangote cement and white paint and make an idol for you to worship. Just show me any verse in the Bible. If you want me to show you how the ark was created, I will give you the Bible verse.
I repeat again, point of correction. The Catholic Church does not worship idols. We don't worship those images. There's a difference between veneration and worship. We don't worship those images.
Okay, so why do you venerate cement?
All those semantics.
We are not venerating the cement. We are venerating what the cement stands for. We are venerating the presence of God.
It's the same thing.
It's the symbol, not the cement. And besides, sorry, I'm even using it wrong, and that is even wrong. Not what the cement stands for, because you guys are the ones saying about cement. In actual fact, anyway, not cement is not the only thing you
can be plaster.
Okay, so
sometimes now
what is being venerated is the presence of God, the symbolic presence of God, not.
Okay, dear brother, I read a Bible verse. Hold on, work with me, brother. Hold on. Hold on. Can you also listen to us? Can you listen to us? Hold on. Can you listen to us?
How do you explain the bronze serpent?
Now, can I talk? Can I talk? Can I say something? Who told Moses to design the bronze serpent?
God.
There is a Bible verse in that Exodus that describes that bronze serpent, right?
Okay.
Please give me a Bible verse that talks about that cement that people venerate. How you should put the cement together. Because the exact way the bronze serpent was supposed to be designed was given by God in the Bible. So if you are comparing what you are doing today to the Ark of the Covenant or the bronze serpent, please Show me. Because what you are doing today, as far as I'm concerned, is not different from the gold calf
Okay, hold on.
that did not have God's
Now,
permission.
okay, hold on now. Now, let me go this way. Now, you see, we Catholics, the Catholic Church does not deal with the Bible alone. Now, what is the Bible? The Bible is what?
So, okay, so me now, I cannot deal with Ifa, but the Catholic Church can deal with other things that are not biblical. I know that argument is called sola scriptura.
That is free. Even you on your program, you are aware of the fact that not all the books are collected in what we call the Bible.
Which other?
You are aware of that fact. Now, see, even in the scriptures, it's made clear that if all that Christ did were to be written in the Bible, the whole book in the whole world will not contain it. Now, the Catholic Church, we deal with Bible and tradition. We don't deal with the Bible alone. The Bible itself.
Who started? Now, God bless you. Who started the tradition? Hold on. Who started the tradition? Wait, brother, answer one question. Who started the tradition?
Good evening, everyone. It is
Who
my
started the
honor.
tradition?
Yes.
The Catholic tradition has been from the time of the apostles. After the death of Christ.
So the apostles, you want to tell me that the apostles bought a bag of Dangote cement and white paint and made an image that you were venerating?
Listen. You are being sarcastic or trying to be.
Okay, but show me. Where Paul and Peter went to buy cement.
There was nothing like bag of cement or Dangote. Was there even anything called cement?
Okay, so show me where they use clay. Show me where they use bronze.
Actually,
Okay, maybe was it cement as in cement per se, the cement that we have now?
cement is an English word, but there was cement. They were buildings, there were statues, there was cement. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing there is, like I said, whether cement was used or cement was not used is not the issue. The issue is that the Catholic Church deals with the Bible and tradition. We don't deal with the Bible.
The Bible and European tradition. Let us clarify that. European tradition. There is no Catholic Church tradition that can be traced beyond the Greco-Roman period. Brother, there is no tradition that can be traced beyond the Greco-Roman period.
That is why we have the Apostles' Creed. The Catholic Church deals with the apostolic tradition.
Okay, so where is it in the Apostles' Creed that people should buy cement and paint and make their idols?
You see, you are being specific. You are being specific.
Yes, now, because you see, let me tell you something. Until you agree that
Now, there are lots of things. Listen, there are lots of things that you cannot compare that way. Cement, for those who are using cement to make idols, okay? For those who are using cement to make idols, I, for one, I have my images there that are not made by cement, okay?
What are
These
they?
show us your images.
Listen,
That's a picture of
Let
a
me
white
show you.
man.
Who be that guy? Now black person be that. That man.
That's a white man.
that is
As in,
That's a white
this is the equivalent of an antelope having a picture of a lion
free.
on her wall.
Daddy,
Yes.
please, let me explain something. That to you. That means you sure you see here. Now, this picture, a replica, this particular picture you see, I just want to let you understand how we roll in the Catholic Church. This picture you see here is a replica. It's a replica of an actual apparition of Christ.
Okay, did they take a picture of the apparition? Can we watch a video of the apparition?
Exactly.
I am coming. Listen. Just listen first. Now, this particular picture you see here originated from Nigeria. Go and verify from a particular town called Olu in Enugu State. This particular picture.
Okay, how did it originate? Educate us. How did this picture originate?
Come to life.
How did this picture?
Yeah.
You say what?
How did the picture did you? How did the picture come from the young person who Jesus appeared to life? Did he paint it? Did he explain to someone and the person? How did this picture come about?
Okay, let me explain further. I know it's difficult. It will be very, very difficult for you guys to understand.
I swear to God, bruh.
Except you are willing to open up to God's grace to for the Holy Spirit to reveal to you.
That is
now. See,
you people cannot. When you meet logic, you jump into spirit.
Listen.
When you meet logic,
there are lots of listen. The Catholic Church is beyond your imagination. Is beyond your understanding. It's beyond the understanding of every other religion in the world. The Catholic
it's not a religion.
The mystery.
I better pass my neighbor.
The mystery within the Catholic Church is beyond everybody.
Okay, so how did they generate this picture? Should the apparition appear for sky, do like this? They can't quickly take the picture with phone.
Well, you can make fun of it. I just told you something.
But you're not answering the question.
I just told you something.
Answer the question.
I want to
You're not answering the question.
You know you've been talking about. I just want to give you some instances that the priest. At times I watch you. You talk about miracle and speaking in tongues.
No. Answer this question.
Baba, you just they move the goalpost. Go. This picture. How did this picture happen?
One at a time.
This picture, please.
This picture that you have shown us on your wall, that you say is from Enugu. How did it come to Enugu? We want to hear the story. We want to learn today. Today we want to learn.
Okay, you want to hear the story?
Educate us.
Okay. Now, this is an apparition that took place in Enugu. A young boy by the name Barnabas Nwoye. Then he is a grown man now. Now, Christ appeared to him in this form. Yes, it's funny.
Okay. Let's not laugh, guys. It's okay. People, they use canna and things they happen under canna. Now, my question is, he saw Christ.
I purposely decided to talk about this because I want.
He saw Christ. Okay, calm down, bros. He saw Christ. And then Christ took a selfie with him.
It's not Christ did not take a selfie with him.
Okay, so how did he get that picture?
Okay, so he went to Elon Musk and they put like a probe and downloaded the picture. Like how?
Does it now? When are you normally? If you notice, like it's common with here in America, like if they are looking for someone, for example, if maybe there's a particular person and maybe that, let me use for instance, maybe a crime happens somewhere.
You're talking of those people that sketch criminals, right?
And someone was robbed, okay?
Yeah.
And the person, and in the course of investigation, they managed to sketch what the person looks like. The person, what the criminal looks like. How did they come about that sketch? How are they able to imagine what the person looks like and actually get it? How?
Somebody described the person.
Somebody described the person.
Mm-hmm.
So that answers your question with this.
Okay.
That answers your question.
So somebody by himself.
Are you also aware?
What if he lie? How you take no say he no lie?
But we're talking about this crime sketch you're talking about.
Because normally, miracle comes with this. Miracle comes whenever this happens in the Catholic Church. In the Catholic Church, when situations of apparitions happen within the Catholic Church. Now, mind you, within the Catholic Church, there are many miracles and alleged miracles and claims of miracles that are not actually true. Now, within the Catholic Church, it's just like when my brother here, you were talking about the one you said they put pipe and whatever they said was coming out. Now, that one you saw, did the church tell you that they approved it? Did you hear anywhere that?
Okay, what scientific method did the church use to approve this?
How did this picture take be Jesus?
When there's a miracle on apparition within the Catholic Church, Now, before it is approved, they involve scientists. Now, it takes a very long process. Yes, they do. It takes a very, go and ask, verify within the Catholic Church.
The only thing scientific is a selfie. Say, oh, come, oh.
Listen.
Me and Baba J, Bros J, we take selfie.
So they approve, if they approve them, now Vatican they approve them.
When there's anything like a miracle or apparitions, what we call them, before the church approves it undergoes serious, forms of scrutiny, investigations, and some
what kind of scrutiny? How do you scrutinize an apparition?
Before they might arrive at a conclusion.
How do you scrutinize an apparition?
Whether this is legitimate or fake.
So how was this scrutinized? That's the question. How was this picture scrutinized?
Okay, now there was a miracle that happened. There was a miracle that happened with it. Now, normally when such apparitions happen within the church, it normally follows a sign. Yes, laugh about it. You see, when you hear strange things that you're not used to, of course, you will.
When I hear something that does not make sense, that will
now we do black.
So you it doesn't make sense. So you it doesn't make sense.
No. When I hear something that makes sense, I know, right? What you're trying to explain something that cannot be explained. You have a picture that is somebody's opinion of what Jesus Christ looks like, right? And you're trying to whitewash it into existence. It's not working.
It is not somebody's opinion. It is beyond your understanding.
It is one boy from Enugu State.
It is not somebody's opinion. It is beyond your understanding.
You don't have a name for it. It does not exist. So if I let you know what you are saying, you are struggling to explain something.
You are struggling.
Okay, and let me show you again. Okay, and let me show you again.
If you cannot explain it, you don't know it.
Hold on, let me show you something else. You see this crucifix? You see this?
Mm-hmm. This one is made of wood. This one is made of wood.
This also accompanies this. This is also part of the apparition and part of the description. And when this description was given, there were specifics, just like at the mention of the Ark of the Covenant. The word was given specifics. Now, if you go to Olo,
but it's an image that we have been seeing since we were kids. We've seen it on TV. We've seen it in my book of Bible stories.
No, this is not the one we're seeing on TV.
What is the difference between this one and the one that we see on TV?
Okay. Now, let's see. So far, you have not been able to convince. There's no gainsaying.
I am not.
You have not answered any question, by the way.
I want to ask you another
my intention is not to convince you.
All right, but I want to ask you another one.
It's
to confuse us.
My intention is to introduce something to you, not to convince you, because
it's to confuse
there's no way.
But I have one question for you.
Wait. Let me use the same. A cement. When something is cemented.
That one which was not plank.
Concrete cement. Can you break it? You cannot break it. So it is the same thing trying to convince you guys.
Okay.
I can't convince you because
I want to ask you one other
your thought process right now are just like that concrete cement. Are just like that.
No.
There's no way I cannot convince you.
Okay, yeah, I want to
Just
ask you
like
one
that.
question. You are not able. If you were writing a thesis, that one will fail. You know, now I want to ask you one question.
There's no way to convince you.
Okay, no problem.
Because it is beyond the human. It is beyond human understanding.
All right. Agree.
It is only if God wants you. If only God, by His grace, wants you to be convinced, you will be convinced. I, as a person, as a human, cannot convince you.
Agreed. Why are all the saints? Why are majority? In fact, all the saints, apart from one recently we will call Inwene Tansi, blessed memory, right? Why are all the saints non-Africans? Is it that we don't have good people from
Who told you all the saints are non-Africans? Who told you all the saints are non-Africans?
Tell me which of the saints. Tell me the like.
You are talking about Nigeria.
Yeah. Why is it that
we have lots of states in other parts of Africa?
Wait.
We have states in other parts of Africa.
Okay, why is it that you don't have saints like Saint Nnamdi, Saint Okon, Saint Akpan, Saint Afolabi? Why are all the saints people that don't look like us? Or is it that
people that don't look like us,
people that are not from our own place? Is it that you people don't have good people from Africa that can be saints? What is the criteria of giving people saints?
Listen, and when it comes to sainthood, okay, presently there's a young girl in Nigeria now who is in the process of being, they are putting through, investigation is going on also for how to qualify for that in Nigeria.
What do they call that process?
Now, the process of it's called the process of canonization.
Okay.
Now, before canonization, we have what we call beatification.
Okay.
Now, the first there have to be investigation, and then
okay,
there will have to be there will have to be like 2 proven miracles that happen as a result.
3 black saints. Mention 3 black people that are saints in Catholic Church. 3 black people. 3 black like me and you. They look like me and you. Black people.
That look like me and you.
Yes, and they are answering our African names.
Okay. Now, I don't have name of heart. Are you talking about answering African names?